Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. And yes, guys, tonight we are burning the midnight oil. I got an update about the story concerning the woman that was found in a duffel bag in her mother's apartment out there in New York City. Her name was Nadia Vital. She was 52 years old, and she suffered a fate she shouldn't have had to suffer at the hands of these two people here. Boom, right here. This is 19-year-old Hallie Tejada, which is the guy, and 18-year-old Kensley Alston. These people right here, they say they're persons of interest, but these are the people that are locked up. They haven't been charged with the murder yet of this woman, but they will be in the upcoming days. Now, these people were caught in Pennsylvania, somewhere in Pennsylvania, after they fled in her car after beating her up when she came and found them squatting in her mother's apartment. And here's some more information about how they were caught, and we'll come back and do what we do. Take a look.
We begin tonight with this. A woman police believes was killed by squatters in New York City. Her body stuffed in a duffel bag, and the case has been traced back here to central Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us at 10 o'clock. I'm Jasmine Brooks. So here's a quick look at all of this. It started in New York City, moving to Lower Paxton Township where the crash happened, and it ended this morning in York County. Hallie Jacobs has been following this story for us, and she has the very latest.
We're at the spot on Jonestown Road where the suspects were found after a police car saw them crash their car. Now, for some perspective, they were traveling in a Lexus on the westbound lane when they were trying to make a right-hand turn, crashing into a Chevy Tahoe. According to court documents obtained by CBS 21, initially the driver of the Lexus involved in the crash gave a fake name and said she was a resident of York County. It was later revealed that the vehicle belonged to the victim, 52-year-old Nadia Vital. The two suspects in the car, 19-year-old Hallie Tejada and 18-year-old Kensley Alston, were then arrested this morning in York by U.S. Marshals. They have not been charged in connection with Nadia's murder. Police have only named them persons of interest.
She was so excited to move into the city.
This is video of Nadia from 2021 when she was interviewed by CBS New York. Nadia Vital had just returned from Spain to her mother's empty apartment in New York City. It had been vacant for months after the death of her mother. Police say Nadia's body was discovered on March 14th, hidden in a duffel bag in a closet. Family members entered the apartment and found her body when they couldn't reach her.
The male in-law pointed to the closet. He said he believed that there's a body in that bag, and all of the clothes were down. So you really couldn't see, the bag. You could see partially a little bit.
New York City investigators believe Nadia encountered the suspects, possibly squatting in her mother's empty apartment. They say surveillance footage captured Hallie and Kensley leaving Nadia's apartment on the day of her murder. Her death, ruled a homicide due to blunt force trauma, has left her family devastated.
You will continue to be my role model. You showed me what it's like to be an incredible child, the perfect parent, a loyal, warm best friend.
Hallie and Kensley have both been extradited back to Dauphin County, where they're facing charges in connection with the stolen vehicle. Reporting for CBS 21 News, I'm Hallie Jacobs.
Guys, that's the story. And like I said before, with all my victims, may they rest in peace, Miss Vital included. And they're being extradited back to New York for the crime. And if it was up to me, it would be an open and shut case. And it wouldn't be them going to jail. It'd be their eyes opening and shutting expediently. Like I said, a lot of people need to fade to black. You know what I'm saying? These people, though 18 and 19 years old, should know the difference between right and wrong. You know it was wrong to go and live in somebody else's house that's not yours. It's funny how you can find love, but you can't find a responsibility to get yourself in a position to where y'all can thrive. Besides moving into somebody else's abode or dwelling and acting like it's your own. If you guys paid attention, something I really didn't touch on, they was having Amazon deliveries brought to this lady's house. Now, a little bit more of the story has been released in this situation. She was living in Spain originally. Her mother died. It's her mother's apartment. It's an upscale penthouse type suite, top floor of a high-rise building. They want to keep that. They rent it out to make ends meet. She comes back here, gets her own place. They use that place, I guess, for Airbnb or something. They got guests coming. She's going over there to set it up because, you know, they don't use it all the time. She's going over there to make it right for somebody staying enjoyment. And here you come in there, you got two bums, you know what I'm saying? A juggernaut and a Peter Pan species living in there, and it's instant warfare from the door. No resolution, no accountability, nothing about, oh, I'm sorry, nobody was living here. We know we're wrong. Got to go right to taking somebody out of there. Then the thing that's crazy about it, they do that. Both of these people do this to this woman and then cover up the crime by putting her in the bag like she's dirty laundry, then covering up with clothes that were there. Think about that. They covered her up with clothes to hide her and let her just sit there and ferment for somebody else to come and find. That's a hell of a scene. And that's a big bill to put on a responsibility, either the apartment people or the people that own that high rise. What about the son? You think he want that Airbnb or he want that property now? Being that his mom, his grandmom died, cause of grandmom's death unknown, but she died. It was her place. And then his mother died in the same place in a violent way. You think he still want that place? These people have turned already a loss and people still in mourning into people devastated now. All because they wasn't responsible enough to go out here and put themselves in a position to get an apartment. It's just funny how, like I said before, some women out here will follow a man to the end of nowhere. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This girl right here, she's not ugly. I don't know why their heads look like that, but then again, if you can't afford a apartment, maybe it's only right you can't afford hair products. They look a damn mess. They do. I don't know who the man and who the woman besides the facial hair on his face. You followed this man, and it ultimately ruined your life. It did. And for what? I told you, a lot of times you can't feel sorry for people that get put in positions. A lot of times because remember, the man is always the leader. So what is it about him that makes you follow him unless it's something that's like in him that coincides with something that's in you? That's the thing. That's why I can't give. You know, a lot of times people fall and say, oh, well, the woman or the poor woman. Sometimes no, it ain't like somebody forces you to do something. Sometimes your desperation matches theirs and whatever goes, goes. And in this case, they went all the way in on this woman and subsequently going all the way out on their freedom in life. This guy right here, and I'm going to say something about him. It's funny how you can get a woman, but you can't get a place to keep her. You know what I'm saying? Women nest, men build. Make it make sense. They drive in the car. She driving the car. She in the left lane trying to turn right. You know what I'm saying? Like she making a legal turn and get hit, of course. Ain't got common sense. You kill somebody and take their car. Because a little bit of part of me, like when I keep seeing this thing, I'm like, maybe they watched her before. Maybe they know her to know that place. Because you could only get up there with a key card. How did they know to get that place? Because it's secured, because you can't get up there unless you flash the key card on the 19th floor. Was they Amazon people before? Like, how did they know to get that place? And how did they get up there to get it? Because it's an apartment complex. It's just doors. You can't look in the windows. There's no windows up there unless you're inside the units. How did they know that place was abandoned? That's something to think about. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's a lot of bum people out here, man. And this right here is a perfect example. How you going to follow this dude and he ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out? Guarantee you they don't get the same amount of time too, because the justice system's stupid. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.